thank you to Thredup for sponsoring today's video. Hi friends, happy summer. As you guys know, I've been living in New York City for the summer. It's been about a month and a half so far, and I've been really inspired by just like the whole vibe of New York. There's a lot of like art, cool architecture, people with cool style, and the vibe has been really inspiring, especially to my art lately. So I wanted to do my bullet journal theme inspired by New York. Surprise hair color change. I dyed my hair in the middle of filming this video, which is why I suddenly have a different hair color. But we are setting up for July. Normally I would have switched into a new bullet journal notebook by now, but I still have some pages left because I've been kind of like on and off bullet journaling this year, so we can still fit July in here. Instead of drawing like your typical landmark touristy I guess images of New York City, I had the funky little idea where I could get pictures from you guys, my friends, look through my own photos from my trip to New York and use those as reference photos while I'm drawing. So I actually asked you guys on Instagram to submit photos of New York City if you've visited recently, Brooklyn, just like street photos of the buildings, and you guys came through. I got so many submissions, and currently like my phone camera roll is just a bunch of saved photos for you guys, and I'm so excited because I'm basically just gonna be using these as reference photos as I draw and set up my bullet journal this month. And it's kind of like this one big collaborative group art project. I think that's kind of cute, like the fact that I can include you guys in this and show what your guys' trips of New York look like and how you guys view the city. It was really cool for me to like look through the photos and see what people, I guess, deem as beautiful enough to take a photo of, and this theme is kind of be like a compilation of that. Kind of cool because New York City obviously is like this big tapestry and combination and mix of such diverse groups of people. It can sometimes feel like one big huge collage where there's like these modern buildings, these older buildings, so many different types of people, so many different things to do. This sort of like chaotic little art project I feel like reflects the energy of New York, because I'm like collecting all these diverse images and stories and people and putting them into this one big drawing. That's how I see it anyway. Also, I got these cool little swirly colored pencils when I visited the Met Cloisters Museum. Obviously, I had to have them because look at the swirl design on the outside, and the lead is multicolored, so you guys know I had to get it because like we're the swirl queens over here. So I'm going to be using these for the entire setup. I've never done a full setup using colored pencils before, pencil crayons as I like to call them. So it'll be fun. This is definitely very different from what I normally do. I guess New York has just been making me feel more creative and bringing new energy to me, so I've been loving it. Anyway, thank you to all the little doodles who sent in photos of New York from their trips, or if you just live here. I really appreciated it, and they were also beautiful to look at. And the style of drawing that I'm going for is a mix of like urban sketching and illustrative sketching, I guess. Just gonna kind of make it like really loose and flowy and dynamic. So anyway, I just continued along and kept drawing more of your guys' photos. It was really random. I just downloaded a ton from my messages and then kind of like scrolled through my phone until I saw a part of the photo or a composition of the photo that I thought was interesting to add, and I was like layering different vignettes from the photos together. So, you know, certain parts like from a Chinatown photo and then from a photo from Brooklyn, and it kind of just created this like one big, almost like landscape, but not really, of New York City. And I really liked the way it turned out, especially with these color pencils. As a certified lazy doodler, you guys know I love whenever I can do a drawing really quickly or easily, and this style of drawing definitely lends itself to it. I wasn't focused on any of the details of the buildings, just really loose, focusing on the shadows and the shapes. But I really like it. It kind of looks almost like a collage, and I feel like it would be cool to do this with like different cities. Like maybe I could collect different photos from your guys' travels. Like we could focus on a different city whenever I go there. I don't know. Thoughts? Okay, this is the current state of the drawing. I honestly got really carried away just like scrolling through your photos and drawing from them and layering all the buildings, but I think it turned out really beautiful. I ended up almost filling the entire page up with the buildings, and I definitely think it gives like the New York eclectic vibe that I was going for. Also, my review on these colored pencils is that they are really fun to use. I mean, you kind of like can rotate the pencil and get like multiple different colors or get multiple colors at the same time. So it does give it like a lot more dimension, but at the same time, do I think they're anything super special? No, like you can probably just use regular colored pencils and like layer them together if you wanted. However, I do like the thickness of them. They're like really fun to hold. I feel like a kid like coloring. Right now I'm trying to figure out whether I want to fill it up all the way to the top or if I like having this like negative space up here. Initially my plan was to write July in black fine liner marker on top of the colored pencils, but now I'm thinking that it might end up looking too harsh in contrast with the colored pencil. I'm thinking maybe I'll put July up here on top using the colored pencils. While I was drawing this, I played around with using some text like you'll see here. You can kind of make out like Radio City, but I really wasn't focused on getting the details. And honestly, I kind of actually wanted to make it look a little bit childlike. Not super perfect, not realistic. I kind of just like really simplified the photos that you guys sent me by like squinting my eyes a little bit, picking out colors that I saw in the photos and just using that. And then also not sketching out beforehand. This was all done just by like me looking at the photo, almost like a blind contour drawing actually. So yeah, it was really fun. Honestly, like a really fun exercise that I would want to do in like my regular sketchbook. So let me now do the title and then we'll move on to the next spread. So for the title, I didn't realize how carried away I had gotten by drawing all these buildings, because as you can see, the buildings got pushed up way up to the top. Initially, I had meant to leave like some empty space, but I do kind of like the way that it looks, just fully flooding the page with all these buildings, because that's kind of like how New York feels to me. And I was like debating on whether to do handwritten style for the lettering or whether to even go on top of the color pencils with a marker for the lettering, but I just settled on a really simple block letter at the top. I think because of the chaos of the drawings, the simple block lettering was definitely the move. And then later, I ended up going back in on another day with some watercolors just to add some light washes of color with the color pencil, because I felt like the color pencil wasn't enough on its own. While I've been living here in New York for the summer, one of the things that I noticed is that everyone has cool style. There's these girlies walking around the streets of Manhattan and they just look so effortlessly cool. After seeing everyone walking around here in New York, I was like, I gotta step up my game. And that's why I was really excited when Thredup reached out to me. They're actually the sponsor of this video. If you guys don't know what Thredup is, they're an online consignment and thrift store where you can buy and sell high quality secondhand clothes. They believe that the clothes we wear have the power to make change just through shopping with more intention and shopping more sustainably and rejecting the whole throwaway fashion culture. That's definitely something I've been trying to do a little bit more recently, because I've been guilty of partaking in fast fashion. I think we all have. What I really like about shopping on Thredup is that instead of combing through the racks and racks at the thrift store searching for treasure, it's all online, so you can just scroll through, you can filter it by your sizes, colors, styles, all of that, so it makes it super easy. And I wanted to show you guys all of the things that I got for the summer. Of course, the most essential summer clothing piece is denim shorts, and I've been really into sort of mid-rise to low-rise jeans lately. I know, never thought I would say that, but all my denim shorts from before were high-rise, like super high, probably like above my belly buttons. So I've been really looking for the perfect pair of denim shorts, and look at how good these fit me, guys. I love the like darker denim wash, and I also really like the detail of the split on the side, and it also kind of goes lower at the bottom here, so it covers the booty. They're actually originally from 7 for All Mankind. The retail price of these shorts were $158, and on Thredup I got them for $16.25, which is crazy. They fit me so well. I don't think I've ever had a pair of denim shorts fit me this well. It's kind of giving like lake house, beach house summer vibes. So next I got this denim skirt. This is from the brand Altered State, which I've never heard of before. But again, it fits me like a glove. The denim is so stretchy and comfortable. I think the length is like perfect. You can wear it like going out, which I actually did recently on a night out in New York City. So the retail price for this skirt was $95, and I actually got this on Thredup for $5.85, which is kind of crazy. $5? Like, okay. Another trend that I've really been loving is linen pants, specifically white linen pants. Not only is it super practical for the summer because linen is like the most breathable fabric ever, but I think it's also just really breezy and effortless. So I've been looking for the perfect pair of white linen pants everywhere, and I found this perfect pair on Thredup. These are actually from J. Crew, and the original retail price of these were $64, and I got them for $13.65. I feel like I'm ready for like a European summer in Greece or Italy or something. As you guys can tell, I got a lot of bottoms just because I was kind of lacking in the summer pants department. While I'm here, I wanted to show you guys a couple of the purses that I got from Thredup as well. First, I got this little quilted, I don't know how to describe it. The pattern, it kind of reminds me of Art Nouveau or like Rococo. It has these like swirly floral designs. It's the cutest little size. It fits like every essential, and you can actually adjust the strap length. It comes with a clasp, so if you want it crossbody, you can do that as well, or I just really like wearing it kind of like a little shoulder bag like this. This is from Vera Bradley, and the original retail price of this was $85, and I got this on Thredup for $20.80. And then the other bag that I got when I saw this online, I was like, you're coming home with me because look at this. It's so cool. It's this baby blue leather purse with this butterfly flower detail. The brand is Paolo Massi. I think it's like an Italian leather designer. It's really well made, and it's a little bit of a bigger size, which I like. And the retail price of this was $223, and I got it for $42.25. Pretty crazy. By the way, if you do like any of these pieces, you can see the actual pieces that I bought, and you can shop similar items on Thredup with the link down below. And if you use my code AmandaRach, you can get an extra 40% off. Alright, moving on to my monthly calendar spread. This month I'm doing a full 2-page spread just because this summer has been super hectic for me between some work trips and planning stuff for shop and personal family trips and all of that. So I wanted to have a full monthly spread this time. In the bottom, I'm just starting out by sketching more of those buildings from your photos. I had so many photos to choose from because you guys sent me so many. I didn't even get to all of them. So I pretty much used like a new photo for each building section or little vignette. And I would just like swipe through. And I would even draw certain things like cars or like the subway signs or the street lamps and stuff like that, just to like really give it the whole New York vibe. This theme actually really does remind me of like my June 2017 theme. It's like the city landscape theme, but that one was black and white, so definitely very different because this is like very rainbowy and colorful, and that one was more of like a miscellaneous city, and this one's definitely just focused on the buildings of New York. But I definitely got like took some inspiration from my old theme because that is one of my all-time favorites, even though it's like 5 years old at this point. I really did that. I looked back on my old video and I was like, okay, Amanda. But yeah, I did try to use like a variety of the colors, different colors for each building. I would try to like match the color undertone to like what the building I was looking at on my reference photo, but sometimes I would just go for like a random color, honestly, because I just wanted to have that like rainbowy look. I'm also realizing now that the way I'm like layering these almost looks like a quilt or like a tapestry, and that is kind of like what this theme is. It's just like a tapestry of all of your guys' photos and all of our memories, and also just like, you know, New York is just a tapestry of different types of people and experiences. So I think it's pretty cool to be able to do this and to be able to travel and do art in New York. I've definitely kind of had a renewed look at like my art being in this city, and it's given me a lot to think about in terms of like what I want to do with art and where I want to go and the future plans, which I haven't fully unpacked yet, but I definitely want to make a video talking about this because I've had a lot of realizations, so stay tuned on that. But basically, I just feel like this city definitely makes you realize things when you're just like surrounded by so many people and so many different perspectives. So it's been good for me. Anyway, I finished off this monthly spread by using the watercolors to do like a light little wash. Look at how cute this tiny little watercolor palette is, by the way. I got this travel one just for like when I'm on the go, and it's so tiny and cute, and I love using it for stuff like this. And I didn't color in too many things with the watercolor because I still wanted to let the color pencil shine, but I think the watercolor washes definitely did help bring everything together a little bit. So yeah, I added the numbers, and then I also added some light little circle washes of color behind the lettering, and my friend said that it kind of looks like the subway circle signs. I'll put a picture of it maybe. So that was coincidental, but definitely works out in terms of the theme. Okay, next up, we are doing my trackers. For this month, I only did habit trackers. I've been like on and off about mood trackers. I don't know. I think I need to figure out definitely like a different mindfulness type of spread. So if you guys have any spread ideas, definitely let me know. So for this spread, I wrote out the mini calendars. I only did 6, I think. Yeah, so 2 columns, 3 rows, and just created those little mini calendars, which I felt like I was like unusually fast at creating these little mini calendars this month. Like, I'm kind of a pro at making these now. I guess I should be for the amount that I've created over the years. And for the headers for each of them, I just used a different color from the pencil crayons, colored pencils. So it was like kind of rainbowy. I wrote out the habits that I will be tracking for the month, and then at the very bottom I just filled in the empty space with a few of those buildings. I didn't want to bring it up all the way to the top because I felt like that would be super hectic, and also it would just take a lot of time. So I just created like a little makeshift skyline at the bottom. By the way, these little taxis are so cute. It reminds me of my nails, which I got done recently. So fun fact, I actually took my bullet journal theme this month to my nail girl who I love, and I was like, can you create nails based off of this design? And she just took the challenge and ran with it. They're so cute. I will insert some like video clips or pictures, and they're so good. Like, it matches the bullet journal theme perfect, and I think they're so unique, and I think they belong in a museum or something. So yeah, definitely recommend having a good relationship with your nail artist, because then you can match your nails to your bullet journal. But yeah, shout out to Crystal. She's the best. If you're in New York City and you want to get your nails done, I highly recommend. Maybe we can get matching nails. Who knows? Anyway, finally, I'm creating my weekly spread, and it's not my usual weekly spread this week. I decided to use a rolling weekly spread just because during the summer, my weeks are even less structured than normal. So I don't really have the need for like a structured individual day box like I normally do. So I've just been using rolling weeklies so that I'm able to like transfer over any tasks that I don't finish. If you don't know how to use rolling weekly spreads, I have a couple of videos where I explained it, but I'll link some. But it's definitely a very flexible system. So if you're someone like me who, you know, things don't happen on specific dates, this is definitely good for you. So yeah, it's also very simple to make. So it's only half a spread. You'll see it's just like this box, and then I added the buildings at the bottom, put week 1 at the top, and that was pretty much it for the spread. Okay, here's my short little summer July 2023 bullet journal setup, inspired by New York City, using the photos that you guys sent to me from your New York City trips, which I think is so special. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. As usual, recreations from last month, here they are. If you do recreate any of my spreads from this month or previous months, or if you want to show me your doodle planner spreads, you can tag me at AmandaRachLee. Don't forget that you can shop my thrift picks at Thredup with the link down below, and if you use my code AmandaRach, you can get an extra 40% off. So happy shopping for the summer down there. Also, I want to say, if there's any specific videos that you guys want me to do while I'm here in New York, let me know, leave them in the comments. And I think that's pretty much it. So keep doodling, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye everyone.